Kia ora te whānau and welcome back to Why Should We Give a F? Our fake podcast where we explore different topics with experts and uncover why rangatahi should care about them. Introducing myself and Tamia.
Kia ora te whānau. Today we're very lucky to have two amazing guests in the whare. Siiam Daniel, Ngai te apatu, Ngāti Moi Whare and Ngāti Kahungunu descent, has management experience in social services, youth support, housing, family harm and community advocacy. One of his goals is fighting for systems to do better. He is also on the Hastings District Council.
Period.
Kia ora.
We also have Fire Shyann. Nah, just Shyann. We called her Fire last time. That was pretty weird. Shyann Raihania. Raihania? Ai. From Ngāti Hinuru, Ngāti Kahungunu, Kaitahu and Raukawa. She is the founder of Te Hiwa a Mahaki, providing support and advocacy for rangatahi Māori, especially around homelessness. She was also on the Napier City Council.
Kia ora, kia ora.
They have come into kōrero about why we should give a F about politics. So no mai kōrero.
Cool. So our first question actually is, what made you guys get into the council and politics?
I'll go first. So my journey started in 2020. So prior to 2020, I really didn't care about politics. Wasn't for me, but I had seen a shift. And what I actually done was utilize TikTok to have my say and to change the narrative that was out there. So that progressed. In about 2023, I got a tono to stand in the general election for Parliament. And I was like, oh, no, not me. Not yet. And then what I started to see is community shift a bit. And then 2025 came around for local government. So the elections came around. So I had another tono if I wanted to stand for central government. I said, no, let me do our whānau first, our community first. So I stood for the Hastings District Council for the Takitamu Māori Ward. It was my little journey.
So for me, it's probably a little bit different. I never grew up thinking I wanted to be in council or in politics at all, or not even understanding what those spaces meant. But I suppose working at a grass level space and looking up to where decisions are made, and knowing that a lot of the decisions that are made don't reflect where we are on the ground. So I think that was a huge reason why I chose to put myself forward, but also with the backing of our people.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. So what was the first big thing that you guys learned about politics that made you go oh, now I want to know more about it?
I started to see that the systems weren't benefiting our people. And I started seeing just politics and inform go a different way where I wanted it to be, especially when we're talking about things like te tiriti o Waitangi and what our tipuna fought for and all those things. And that was my moment where I said that I need to sort of step into the system. But one thing it has taught me is that it's a monster. The system is a monster. And for Māori within those systems, it's very, very hard for us to navigate because those systems were never built for us. But like our tipuna, they were resilient, they were strong, they found solutions. So one thing I would say with me in that system is I'm finding the solutions, utilising methods and approaches that our tipuna would have utilised in order to get results for whānau. So that's probably one of my biggest.
No, totally agree. And probably just to add on to what Siiam said, is that if we're not in the room contributing to the decisions, they'll get made for us anyway. And same thing for rangatahi. If you're not voicing the things that are challenging you and that rangatahi are facing now, and if no one's advocating for you either in those spaces, and one thing with me and Siiam that I know is that we are big advocates for rangatahi, but if no one is advocating and you're not using your voice yourself, decisions will still get made for you. So that's really important.
Speaking about decisions, how does the government actually decide on what is important to the people? Like, how do they decide on like what decisions they need to make?
That's a really good question. And I think in theory, it's supposed to come from the people.
Yeah.
People are supposed to drive the decisions that happen in Parliament, in government. But I guess what we can see in reflection, I suppose, in current context of the current government that we have, we're probably seeing those decisions being based around their values and their priorities. So, yeah, like I said, in theory, it's meant to come from the people, but that's where the people's voices are the biggest. Your advocacy for yourself is the biggest tool we have. And, I'll let Siiam add on to that.
I would fully talk with that. Decisions are meant to be from the people, and we're not seeing that. And that's why you see a lot of us stepping into the game, the politics realm, to make sure that the decisions reflect our people.
Yeah.
And it feeds into that value basis. A lot of solutions come from community because our community live those realities. And when you don't listen to those realities, then you get things like marginalised communities. We get a lot of vulnerableness and things like that, where all those solutions should come from the people and they should inform the decision. But it's our job to make sure that those decisions are upheld.
Apply pressure.
Yes, apply it.
So why? This is just coming from my own curiosity. Like, why isn't it from the people then? Like, it just sounds like that seems real kind of selfish. Like from them.
There's a whole different type of optic when we're talking about that, because we there's different pathways to discussions, because we can talk about there are governments that just that want to listen to the wealthy few, the rich ones. And in my opinion, I am seeing that. So they're not listening to the ones that are on the ground doing the mahi, they're listening to their friends up the top.
Yeah.
And it takes us as whānau, as hapu, as iwi, because we have the power to put people in these places, and we have the power to take that away with participation. So if it's not working for us, we have the power to step in and change that. It's just that we need to utilise that power, especially our rangatahi, because they are a strong part of that voting demographic. But it's something needs to change, and I do feel that we're on the cusp of change. It's just hard at the moment with everything that's happening, but we're going to get there.
And I think my 2 cents into that would be is sometimes we're probably not channeling our voices in the right spaces, but then we need to utilise those that can support with that channeling in the right spaces. For example, this platform that you guys have created is an awesome example of being able to use your voice and express and channel those challenges, or what's on your heart, what's most important to you, to where it needs to go.
Yeah, so like with rangatahi in general, like what would be your method to getting more rangatahi to be like involved in politics? Because I never really cared about it until Rebecca came in. Yeah, I was like, I don't care. But then she started talking about it. So how would you guys get like rangatahi more involved in that?
The participation level up. This is a perfect example of how to bring that participation up in informing our rangatahi. There's power in participation. And like I said, that our rangatahi, in our voting system, there's 2 large demographics of voting whānau. It is our pakeke, our elders, and our rangatahi. Those are the 2 biggest portions of votes that we have in this country. Our rangatahi tend to not vote though. So our pakeke vote more than our rangatahi. Where if our rangatahi done the same voting, that's quite a powerful shift. One thing to get them involved is being real with them, helping them understand. When we're talking with our rangatahi about politics, don't use the flash words, just use the straight up words, straight to the point. And platforms like this are something that will help our rangatahi participate. And also everything that affects our daily lives right now are made in the beehive in Wellington. So everything there affects everybody, our rangatahi. So them remembering that, but it's also making sure that when we're explaining politics, like said. It is real, unfiltered, unapologetic, and keep it like that, because that helps them connect and sort of connect them in a way where they understand how politics work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just other examples would be the biggest thing for me that I've seen is that society hasn't played a really good role, neither has our education system. So another aspect of what you're asking is, why haven't you learnt about it or know much about it? Because you were never taught it.
Yeah.
So what are all the mechanisms that currently exist where we should be learning about it? And it's in kura, right?
Yeah.
But there may be a reason why it's not in schools. So that's probably another area we need to focus on. If school's not teaching us about politics, and the other word for it is civics education, might be another word you've heard. But then it's up to us to just grasp that, take it and run with it. But we need to do better as a society to support all our whānau, our community and our rangatahi to understand at a level, because the level is actually really close to home, actually how politics relates to us. And it's, can our whānau afford to live in their homes today?
Yeah.
Can we afford to get to school today? Do we have enough food in the cupboard? All those things connect to political decisions.
Yeah.
So that's how close politics are to us. And that's probably an easier way to bring it right home for us to understand.
Yeah, that is busy. I never really did. I never thought about politics. But if you could give like a quick overview on what politics is, how would you say that?
Beep this out. How we You go.
Do you mean politics as in just general, or politics right now, or both?
Both.
I think to talk about it in its current context in a way that's, I think, rangatahi friendly, is you're not meant to understand it, and that's the whole point. It's a system that wasn't created for us, yet we are forced to live in it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's a system, and that's exactly why this government was set up. It wasn't to represent all communities, and we were never meant to see ourselves in it.
Yeah.
We need to understand how we set it on fire, so they know, hey, we are here.
Yeah.
We know the system. We are part of it, whether you like it or not, and we are going to have strong voices.
Yeah.
We are going to have representation.
Yeah, I think that covers a lot of it, and it's true, is that the system was never built for us.
Yeah.
If we think about history, systems were built to oppress.
Yeah.
And over time, they're still oppressing.
Yeah.
So it is just making sure that we are all aware of what's happening now, because it does affect the future. So decisions that are happening now will affect our mokopuna in the future.
Yeah, because I did see this. I can't remember where I seen it before, but I think it was Raihania Tingahui, and she said that politics were literally made to not, or like for us not to understand it on purpose, so that we wouldn't get involved. Like, I don't like that.
No.
Because there's too many flash words. I don't know what they're trying to say, so I just scroll past. That is on purpose, eh?
100% on purpose, and Rihanna is someone absolutely our rangatahi should be watching, and try to get her on the podcast.
Yes.
But yeah, what she said is definitely, I guess, the tone of what our kōrero is in earlier questions as well, is that we feel so disconnected from things that we don't quite understand, and but it's not our fault.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. And I think that's the biggest message as well. But also we play a role though in participating as best we can. But you don't have to do that alone either. That's why we're here. That's why others are out there advocating on all our behalves.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what's the difference between the general and the Māori role?
General Māori, so I'll try and sum it up. Thinking history again, so in the 1800s, Māori never had a place at the table, ever.
Yeah.
But we had Te Tiriti o Waitangi. So over time they formed these seats They're called the Māori seats. So that's where Māori sit in. They can stand in those seats and be elected by people on the Māori roll. So we have whānau that are registered on the electoral system as a Māori voter who can only vote for those who are standing in the Māori seats. And then we have the general roll, which is just everybody else. People call them special seats. They're not. They're actually seats that were actually promised to us under Te Tiriti o Waitangi. They allow us to have a seat at those powerful tables.
And just to add on, that's the purpose of them, was to ensure there was Māori representation, because obviously there was lack of or none when government was set up, what did you say, 1800s ago. But also to highlight too, and it's not about division. I think that's another kōrero that you may hear out there, that the Māori seats are divisive, and that is not true. It's not true at all. However, if we don't utilise and understand how we can use, it's how you use what's available, or the tools that we have, and Māori seats are a tool that we can utilise to intensify our voices.
Yeah, so these seats, is that like in, like, because I've seen it on TikTok, and there's like that guy that sits in the middle, and then like there's all of them like
the
that
Speaker
just
of
talk.
the House.
What is that?
So each party will stand a candidate in a Māori seat. So you would have heard Labour, New Zealand First, ACT, or Green Party. So they'll actually stand a candidate in those Māori seats. And let's say if the Green Party won Ikoro Rāwhiti, so they're broken down into like Ikoro Rāwhiti, Te Taitonga, Hauraki Waikato.
All the areas.
You know, or the whānau. So if a political party stands a candidate in that seat and they win that seat, then they just join the party as a number. It's a numbers game.
It is a numbers game, So if they're elected, then they get to have a seat in those. You would have seen the man with the mic, and then all around you'll have who's currently in government on one side, so that'll be like the makeup of National, New Zealand First and ACT at the moment, and then down the back, and then on the other side you'll have the other majority, which is, what do they call them? But what are they? The
Opposition.
That's it. So they're the opposition party, so they hold the current government to account.
Okay, true.
So those are where they have debates and stuff like that. So you'll see Labour, the Green Party, Te Pāti Māori. Who else is in opposition in government? Just those ones, eh? Yeah, so they'll be on the other side. And then that's how they make up, depending on how many votes they get in all their areas, depends on how many seats they'll get in government.
Okay.
But it'll be really cool. We'll be able to see that live this year, being an election year, and it'll be cool to continue that learning for us, eh? Yeah.
If you could stand in that house, what would you say?
He can answer this
It's just going to be beep, 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 beep. If I could stand in that, what would I say? Uphold Te Tiriti o Waitangi. It's not hard to do that, but they make it so hard, and that's probably the first thing I would say is honour Te Tiriti o Waitangi and he whakaputanga. That's the PG version.
Because mine would be, don't be a dick. Whoever's in government, don't be a dick. Because you can do lots of good stuff just by not being a dick.
Buzz. Put that on a shirt.
Don't be a dick.
Oh, regional councils. What is the difference? So there's regional councils and then there's the government. Like, what?
Yeah, I'll give a little run through and Siiam can add. So I guess, there's the government, which they make the rules for all of New Zealand. And they also make rules that all the councils may have to abide by. Then you have regional councils. Their focus is more on environmental. So think of like waters, our rivers, land, flood protection. That's what regional councils, and there isn't many around the country. We have one, Hawke's Bay Regional Council. And then the councils Siiam and I sit on are the district and city councils. And I suppose the focus there is more around the day-to-day stuff around the city. So examples of that are our roads, the open parks and spaces, and the taking caring of those things. Obviously like the rubbish collection, recycling, days and stuff like that. But then there's also like the community aspect to it as well, ensuring uplifting and things like that, and ensuring our community is safe and it's a good place to be and live. People can live well here, as well as all the operational stuff.
Yeah, fully agree. How I interpret it is, government set the rules for everybody in Aotearoa. Regional council look after the taiao.
Yeah.
So everything to do with the taiao, that's them. Our councils, the district and the city, we look after basically when you flush the toilet and it goes down the drain. Yeah, we look after things like that. The street lights, investment into community, making sure like our community centres and all of that is there. So yeah, that's basically the structure of government.
Yeah, it does. I didn't know that. I just thought, I was like, yep, that's a council too.
No, those are amazing pārtai.
Oh, and what's an MP? Like how there's like MP for Napier?
So your member of parliament.
Yeah.
So currently in the last election, so elections are every 3 years.
Yeah.
So last election, Katie Nimmin won her seat, won the Napier seat, and that was for the National Party.
Okay.
So she is our current member of parliament and represents Napier within her party.
So that brings us to the question when we're talking about general seats and Māori seats.
Yep. Okay.
So she ran in a general seat.
Okay.
So for example, if it was let's say Kushla for the Labour Party that won that, then she would be the MP for that and sort of thing. So that's
For
where
the
those
Māori
seats
seat.
for the
Yeah,
Māori seat.
true.
Wait, so could a hold on. MPs,
Yeah.
do they all have to be a part of, like, all the MPs, do they all have to be a part of National because they won, or
No.
is it just,
No,
okay.
No.
Yeah.
So let's say Wellington voted an MP and it was a Labour. Mm-hmm. They voted Green. I think they have a Green MP in Wellington.
Yes,
So that's Green. So they all, every single party gets to be an
Okay.
MP. The makeup of the government though, how it works is I think it's either 161 seats. So all the people that vote, you got the MP seats, which will class as, how many electorates do we have? Let's say 20 electorates, so that's 20 votes. Then you have a thing called a party vote. And that determines more seats. So you've got 20 seats from your MPs, and then you got your party seats, which will make 161 or 41. 61, yeah. So that makes, the more seats you have, the more basically you can govern.
Okay. Okay.
Politics is just like, ooh.
So this might be part one of 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. Oh. Yeah, this is, yeah.
Yep.
It sounds like it should be so basic. Like that people should just know this
And
stuff.
it's just, it's the way that the system was
Yeah.
made that makes people confused, makes people not want to be interested.
Yeah.
And that was like me, I wasn't interested until I seen it starting to affect whānau. That's when I sort of had a problem with it, made sure I was reading up on about it.
Yeah.
Even listening to Spotify playlists and things like that
Yeah.
of like podcasts like this sort of helped me sort of tune my mind into that political mentality.
Yeah.
So it's the way the system was built, so we didn't participate in it.
Yeah.
But now we're participating in it because we're here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's just awareness, and paying attention. I think more young people are really paying attention these days to politics, and that's probably a really important shift to note.
Yeah.
Youth council is probably a really good tool to dive into that world, because they get to see everything from how everything functions, sort of all that stuff. So get them on here.
Yeah. The way I actually kind of got interested in politics was Trump. Because, he was all over the For You page. And I was like, you piss me off. So then I was like, oh, what about my one? And then seen it, and I was like, oh, why didn't I know about this before? I just heard everyone complaining and was like, oh, everyone does it. So I was like, it's all right. It's not all right.
And what's the one thing that Trump has? He has a big mouth. He's vocal, right? So that's probably why you heard about him, and he gets a lot of attention online. Is because he's vocal and he uses his voice.
Yeah.
And that's the same power yous have too, that we all have, is using your voice and channeling it.
Yeah.
Oh, really good
Did
question.
we? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't even.
Making me sweat a bit.
Okay, well, thank you both for the kōrero. It's definitely been an eye-opener. There's still lots more for us to learn, but what I've got from this kōrero is that learning about politics is a must because it affects every area of our lives.
So now we have a biscuit segment.
Yay!
I love this segment. It's my favorite. So we have to rate these biscuits, and 10 points for appearance, 10 points for taste, and 10 points for texture. But we all have to agree on the score. We can't have individual scores.
Democracy.
Yeah, because we're trying to find the best biscuit. Yeah, our last one wasn't it, but
What was the
yeah,
last biscuit?
It was
was
a caramel thins.
thins. Yeah, I think we just overhyped it.
Yeah.
That was
We thought it was going to be bussin', and it was like,
it was basically.
Is getting sponsored by Griffins or
no, but we should.
I'll tag them.
tag them?
Sponsor us.
Yeah. I don't. What are they called? I'm not gonna cut it.
Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
Shrewsbury.
Yummy.
I want to get.
Of course, I want one.
Yeah, you have to walk in here.
Well, it's a bit off-centered.
My
My circle isn't circle.
The circle isn't circling.
It's not circling.
Yeah.
It's a bit off-centered.
I agree.
You bite into it.
I'll do it. Tastes like, when you walk into the nanny's house.
I was just going to say that. It's like my nanny's house.
No, that's why I like these. Cause my nanny.
Yeah, it is like a nostalgic nanny biscuit.
Definitely.
Butter.
Yes. Parents, don't judge a book by its cover.
Oh, we're judging this book.
It's pretty, but
I think we needed more of that centre part,
yeah.
not just that little teaser.
Need some more biscuits.
You gonna grab another?
No.
I mean, I'm grateful for food.
Yeah.
Me
Oh, yes, no, thank you, Griffin.
I mean, I'm grateful.
It's pretty, but I don't know if the jelly stuff was supposed to fall out.
Oh, did you fall out?
Yeah, no, mine was hanging on the side.
I would rate the appearance. Maybe a 6.
Yeah.
It was pretty
see that.
boring.
Yeah.
It was just a circle that wasn't even circling.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I can agree with a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I don't really.
Yeah.
It's
I ate it. So
And taste.
Based on nostalgia, other than that, probably I would say an 8. For
Yeah,
nostalgia,
same.
for that
Yeah,
remembrance of
yeah.
Nanny and, you know.
Yeah, I was saying 8. And then texture.
it stuck to my teeth.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like hard and chewy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just imagine they get in their dentures and stuff.
I'm thinking about nanny here.
Yeah.
4.5. Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
So say 4.5, 10.5. Wait, you said 6, eh?
Yep.
We said 6, 10.5, 17.5. 18.5? I forgot what numbers we said.
6, 8.
8. Out of 30, damn.
18.5 out of 30. I feel like that is good.
Quite bad.
Oh, we're so harsh on the biscuits.
Still sponsor us.
Please send free biscuits.
Yeah.
Well, that's us for now. We will catch you next time. Until then, Deutsch.
So it's
Ka kite.